Welcome back, guapos y guapas, to Adiós Guapo. Soy Amy.
I'm Flaca.
Soy Melissa.
Soy Liz.
This is Lizette.
It's Maria.
Antes de empezar, queremos dar un content warning.
En este episodio vamos a hablar sobre eating disorders, body image y experiencias que pueden ser sensibles o triggering para algunas personas.
Si este tema es difícil para ti, está bien pausar, skip this episode, or listen to it when you're ready.
Tu bienestar va primero siempre. Esta conversación comes from a place of empathy, awareness, and healing, not judgment.
And know that you are not alone. Y hablar de esto también es una forma de take care of ourselves.
Our topic is eating disorders. When I was little, I was a chubby baby. Compared to my sister was very slim and like gangly.
You were not fat.
So my mom always had this conception of me, and growing up, I always thought I was the fat sister. Y así todos los familiares así los decían, oh, la gordita. And it's like, I know you probably never heard it because obviously they weren't saying it to you. When we would play soccer, like even as a teenager, I thought I was fat. Because when we played soccer, she era la flaca, oh, la gordita. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so fat. Guys, I weighed 90 pounds.
I was going to say, you were not
I
fat,
saw pictures of you. You were not fat.
Pounds.
But that gets instilled, right, in your head.
I was always like, oh, I'm fat. I'm just fat. And then coming from my mom, no comas tanto. Or then, ¿por qué no estás comiendo? So then I'd be like, I'm confused as fuck. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. So then I think I would only eat at school, come home, a veces ni comía. Because mis papás, like, they had a weird schedule. Mi mamá no estaba in the afternoons and my dad would be asleep. So a veces comía algo, a veces I'm like, eh. But to me, it was like, oh, it's just how I am. I'm not hungry, whatever. But yeah, I grew up with thinking I was fat, and it minimized my intake of food. Pero now that I'm like, I'm fat because I've gained like 50 pounds. I feel like I'm at a good place where, like, okay, I can eat, overindulge, or sometimes I'm like, no, porque me va a doler el estómago. And then I still have that battle with myself where I'm like, God damn it, why am I eating so much? Like, my weight fluctuates, and it's like, oh, I'm good, I'm doing good. Y luego, because I have this problem, endometriosis, like when my period's coming, like I'm a bottomless pit. Like, I can just eat and eat and eat, and I'm like, my period's gonna come.
Yep.
Y luego ya cuando viene mi periodo, I'm like, ugh, I can't eat. Like, I cannot eat. So, no sé si mi cuerpo está mal acostumbrado, estoy traumada, quién sabe, pero yeah. Like, but I feel like I don't get as sick as I used to because of this extra weight I'm carrying around.
Your body is like more... you're feeding it nutrients more, so it's able to handle more things.
Yeah, because I remember my dad used to be like, hey, buy me iron pills. Y me decía, tómatelas. Because he would be like, you're too skinny, you need to eat. And I'm like, I don't know, my mom's saying I'm too fat. Pero obviously no, I don't know your point of view, if you were even aware of it.
I had no idea.
But I never like made myself throw up or stuff like that. Nomás, it was just always constant. No, you don't look like your sister. You're too fat.
You felt like there was a comparison, and even in your head after a while that even people weren't doing it, then you started doing it to yourself because of that.
Sí, y hay otras personas que actually do carry out like, oh my God, I need to lose the weight no matter how. And then they start making themselves throw up. And then it becomes like, oh, it's just this one time, pero luego it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And then that's how it's like an eating disorder.
Well, we live in a world where, like, they feed us through everything, right? Social media, everything, that we're supposed to have like this perfect image, or this is the perfect body or whatever, which is like if you met some people that are like in modeling, for example, and I do have friends that are modeling, they have very strict diets, right? They don't eat all the nutrients, like Amy said, that they're supposed to, you know, so they don't get that water weight or that bloatiness or whatever. And it would be an awful way to live, like that. And it is an awful way to live, especially in our culture where we're so instilled that, you know, love comes from grandma's cooking and whatever. And grandma's cooking might have 1,000 pounds of lard and nothing avocado oil, right? But it's super delicious, right? And some of the ingredients might be good for us, like our immune systems, onions, garlic, whatever, right? But some of it is not. But it doesn't taste the same if it's not made that way. So I think we have it very difficult where we're trying to find that balance with what we know is right for our bodies and just, you know, trying to like block that cultural, you know, tienes que echarte frijoles y arroz y everything on your plate, or otherwise, no te gustó mi arroz? And it's like,
like I'm full.
You have to eat your whole plate.
I have a gluten sensitivity. It's not an allergy, it's a sensitivity. So whenever I go places and they serve anything with flour in it, right? They'd be like, oh, grab one or whatever, a concha. And I was like, no, thank you, you know, me duele el estómago. Es porque no quieres engordar. And it's like, por eso
like
estás así de flaquita. And it's like, no, that's naturally my anatomy. Like, I eat a lot, I promise you. I'll max 6 tacos right now, no problem.
Ooh, me too.
Pero a mí sí se echa de ver.
Or they'll be like, oh, nada más te gusta comer de la calle, o puras gusguerías, right? Like, just crap food. And it's like, no, I eat everything. I promise you, I meal prep for the whole week. And that's just the way it is. But yeah, trying to convince a culture that's so, you know, convinced that you have to eat meat in every food, right?
I love that, though.
You know, it is, yeah. Not exactly healthy, but yeah. So it's just kind of pushed down our throats in all sorts of confusing ways.
Yeah, and it's even worse when it comes from your family. I feel like in Hispanic culture, they comment a lot on your appearance, on your weight. They're like, oh, you're a little fatter now.
Yeah.
Like,
Cachetona.
what's going on? Or, oh, you're looking thin. What's the secret? Like, what are you doing? It's not helpful.
Yeah, a ustedes, mis nieces and nephews, every time they would go visit me, siempre, ¿Quieres comer? ¿Quieres comer? Because I feel like I just need to feed them.
She's always feeding me.
She's like, Melly, you're always feeding me. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's like, yes, because that's how... I don't know, like I'm giving you that freedom to
unintentionally you try to love them.
And they're coming to visit you, so you wanna.
I'm thankful. Like my aunts and my mom, my dad, they never commented on like how I look, or maybe they mess around with my brother, but not me and my sister. My brother's gained a little weight, but he said he's working on it, but I don't care.
I mean, these nicknames sometimes are like awful.
Brutal.
Like, like, you know, like I'd be like, okay, flaca, hola,
that's literally your nickname.
Hola, la chimostrufia. I'm like, okay. And I have uncles or whatever. Like my brother had like this big set of hair for a long time. He didn't want to cut his hair. El motas. And I was like, dang, like you can't be like a little like toned down on it. No, it'd just be some weird last names. La gorda, la nalgona, la whatever.
Like, and then that like gets in your head, and you're like, well, dang, is that how I really look? Is that how I'm
Dime
really?
I don't give a
That's a chichona. Dang, I swear I was thinking that in my head. I'm like, la chichona.
It's not very nice.
No. Lisette?
I think for me, like, I've always, and it's not really ever been like my mom, because she likes to tell me, because I'll be like, oh, me siento gorda. Gorda tienes el cerebro. Me dice, because you're not fat. And she's like, and you've had that problem always. I don't know. I think for me, it can maybe the media, right? Because I don't have sisters. So just that like comparison, and now with filters, right, that people are doing, and like you see people who have a lot of money and that do like all these things to their faces, and they're aging much better, more differently than like people who aren't putting anything into them. I think that creates the opportunity for these disorders more, because people compare. I would say I don't think I ever really got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat, or I'm going to go. I taken maybe like an extreme diet before a party? Probably, right? Like a cabbage
dress.
diet or something, cabbage soup diet or something. But, luckily it has never gone to that point, but I can certainly see how it would get. And it's really bad. And I think a lot of times we unintentionally add to that, like with the parents, like you were saying. I know moms who like sometimes will tell stuff to their daughter. I'm like, well, that's why she's the way she is, because you listen to what you're telling her. Like, that's terrible. Like, as you get older, I think you definitely become more comfortable with who you are. And you're like, oh, this is me, right? I can't change completely. There's things I can do better, right? I'll eat a little better. I'll exercise more and definitely be in better shape. But I'm never going to be a size 0 and being okay with that.
Yeah.
So.
For me, I love food. I can say that. I've never had any difficulty, like, when I was younger with my weight. Like my sister said, I was skin and bones. And then obviously after my 20s, I started to get a little pounds here and there. And I mean, I'm okay with it. Sometimes I do feel like I don't like it. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff out there that other girls see, and you kind of want to look like the models out there. And all these famous people on Ozempic, and they lose the weight so fast. And you kind of like, oh, I guess people can do that. But obviously you have to yourself, since you're not famous and don't have the money for that stuff, you have to work hard for it. So,
Lisa's like, I'd rather not.
I rather just keep eating. But I do feel like for my health, like Flaca said, I do need to go back to the gym again and start working out. I'm not going to say I'm going to go for like an hour or so, but at my job, there's a gym that I can go for free, obviously, not pay a fee for gym membership. So I'm going to try to get back into it and at least just run. For right now.
And to get back on the gym thing, I think it's instilled in us that the gym equals losing fat. No, the gym equals you having a healthy heart.
Yeah, exactly.
You having good blood flow. You keeping your body moving, because if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And as we get older, which we all are, right? There is no way to undo some of the stuff that you're not already doing now in the future, right? Bone, joints, whatever. So we need to literally get away from the fact that the gym equals you being skinny, and that's for you to go lose weight.
No, and
that's
also
not
for
how
me,
it works.
I've been noticing that if I walk a little, I get out of breath. And in the past, I got sick from my thyroid, which I still have it. So I'm like, I need to get back to eating kind of healthy so that I'm not in
getting sick.
Risk, into that risk again to go and in the hospital again. So I'm like, I need to start by walking at first, and then maybe I can go from there. Because I can tell, even now, if I'm on the phone, I need to take breaks because I'm out of breath. And that's how I started with it. So,
but gyms can be intimidating, right?
Yeah.
I'm not fat in any way, shape, or form, but like I get there and I'm like, damn, like that girl got a big old booty, right?
They look
or like
good.
guys are walking around looking at girls exercising. So it can be a little intimidating. So it can be a little disheartening too, where you don't really want to go to the gym because you don't want to be seen, so you're looking for those little private gyms at work or
outside.
maybe those,
you don't have to go to the gym. You can walk
There's
outside.
So many other ways.
Well, not right now, right? Because it's freezing.
I know
Not
that's
right
what I was
now.
gonna say.
You could.
It doesn't help, right? That we can't even go outside right now.
I mean, there's
It's
rec
so
centers.
stressful.
The one in Elgin has a track that you can walk.
That's free,
I think
think.
the Dundee one has
Oh
one
wow,
too.
that's nice.
Or you can go to the mall like a viejita.
Yeah.
I know. They're like, oh, we're not viejita
Walk
yet.
around
Let's
the
walk around the store.
stores.
And
with my
just
tracksuit.
window
Men
shop.
at Menards and Home Depot in the mornings, they do that too.
But yeah, I mean, obviously here I don't think anyone has like eating disorder, but you hear comments here and there. Oh, estás un poquito más llenita. Eso me decía mi mamá, right? O cuando I got sick, she noticed that I lost a lot of weight, right? And I did too, and I was like, oh my God, my pants are very loose. And guess what we did?
Can I tell them or you want to tell them?
Go ahead.
I was very worried about her. She was dropping pounds like crazy.
Yeah, it was bad.
Mi mamá bien contenta. Ay, te ves bien bonita. Mira cuánto peso has perdido. I'm like, Mom, that's nothing to be happy about. There's really something wrong.
Yeah.
Y no, ¿a dónde te fuiste con mi mamá?
A la mall to buy new clothes because
she was skinny and she was so happy she was losing all that weight.
But it was bad, guys.
Y yo bien enojada.
Express pants, they were like for thicker thighs, you know, and then all of a sudden they were really loose, and I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, it was my thyroid.
She's like, oh my God, it's so cool.
But to be honest, I did not like that weight.
Yeah.
I did not like it. It's too skinny for me. Like,
Some people are not meant to be skinny.
I rather have my thighs and
your curves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me personally. So
going back to like the Ozempic thing you're talking about, maybe not necessarily just Ozempic, but other brands of the same thing. Mm-hmm. At work, I've noticed a lot of people have started to, because it is actually affordable if you have insurance.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes I'm like, well, but then I'm like, no, listen and look at all of the side effects, pages of stuff. I'm like, is it worth it? Yeah. No. I'm like, no judgment to anybody, que hagan lo que ellos quieren. But to me, I'm like, okay, no, mejor be disciplined and eat better. Unfortunately, for some people, even that doesn't help. So that's the route that they go. But yeah, I'm like, first, before going, oh, I'm just going to pay and, you know, let me actually try it before. Just
and see if it works.
Yeah.
Yo conozco a alguien que lo usó. Todavía lo está usando. Y she lost demasiada weight. Que está más flaca. Que
flaca.
Maybe un poquito más que tú. Pero los side effects.
Yeah.
Empezó con... Antes de decirme, pues, que estaba en la injection, que siempre traía ella una Dr. Pepper. Siempre, todos los días. Oh, me encanta. Y luego, ay, no, sabe feo. Sabe a químicos.
It does change your...
no,
yeah.
Ahora no te come nada. Le llama al doctor, ¿por qué estoy sintiendo hambre? Pensé que eso me iba a quitar el hambre. ¿Por qué estoy sintiendo hambre? Y yo, no, I'm like, perdóname, pero eso no está bien. ¿Cómo que no quieres sentir hambre? Eso es algo natural que tu cuerpo necesita. Se come una barrita de proteína, nibbles.
Yeah, that's what it
And
does.
I'm like, y yo luego me miro a mí and I'm like, I'm shoving a burger down my throat and I'm like, ¿no vas a comer? No tengo hambre. And I'm like, y luego me hace sentir a mí mal porque I'm like, what the fuck? Yo estoy bien gorda next to her and it's just like, what the... But yes, it is a battle. Ella más internal porque dice que se ve bien gorda y le digo, ¿de dónde?
Right.
Yeah.
¿De dónde?
It's like, that's what I was gonna say.
And like Amy said, it's not natural to lose it that fast. I mean, what is it doing to like your skin, your cellular makeup, right?
Your hair thins it too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Dice que sus nalgas también aguadas.
because all those extra skin,
Que no, pues,
it's just naturally, biologically not, you know, catching up on
O se
time.
te caen.
o como dijiste tú, flaca, de que no nada más es para las mujeres, los hombres también están experiencing eating disorders y no es tan común oírlo de un hombre o que lo admita. It's you all matter. Like if you need professional help,
Seek it.
go seek it.
For sure.
I guess for myself, I've always struggled with my relationship with food. When I was young and little girl, I was always super skinny, but seeing the models on TV, I remember this very vivid. Seeing the models on TV, I felt like I needed to look like those models. And then on top of that, it was like our food, it's considered like not healthy. So like that was always this has been instilled in me since I was a little girl, and just kind of watching like the world and seeing like my dynamic at home. Like we don't eat a lot of vegetables or we don't eat a lot of fruits, you know? So that has always been a struggle for me. After I had children, obviously I gained weight, And it was always like, what diet am I going to do? What's the next diet? I need to work out. I need to be doing something. So like still to this day, like it's very much a problem for me. I don't consider myself to have an eating disorder, but at the same time, I don't have the knowledge to know if it is an eating disorder or what kind of eating disorder is it, because I'm actually thinking about like, seeking help for that, because my little sister always tells me that I do have body dysmorphia. And when I eat things, even till this day, I have a lot of guilt around food.
Me too.
Like I love food and I love to try all kinds of foods and indulge. But then after I indulge, I will feel so guilty. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to gain weight. Oh my God. For many months now, I have not weighed myself, because after I had my first surgery and then my second surgery, I did lose a lot of weight. And I've obviously gained weight. And for me, that's like, oh, what did you do, Maria? Like, you fucking gained weight, So it's a thing. It's very real for me. So like I said, I am gonna look into like, I feel like that's the next, obviously, I've done therapy, I've done the things. But I feel like that's the next step of something that I need to get help, and I need to just, I read a book, it was the Latina anti-diet or something like that. And with that book, it was talking about how we are so like the system has just made us feel like we need to do the diets and this and that. And then it was like after my cancer, they're like, oh, you need to do the Mediterranean diet. And then I was like so stressed out, because I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to eat? I don't know what I can eat. And it was just so confusing.
Yo te puedo decir que nuestra comida no es mala.
Yeah.
Porque hasta el gobierno dijo que un pedazo de tortilla, un pedazo de pollo y algo más.
She's talking something serious over here.
Well, that's what I learned in that book that I read.
Yeah,
our food is not bad. Which I guess deep down I know that.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just sometimes you just need that validation, and you just need to hear that from like maybe an expert or a friend, or someone. And so that book was a very good read for me, because I was like, wow, yeah, like this is not like what they have instilled in us, and the things that we hear, and the social media, and follow me for these recipes and all the stuff. It's like, you know what? I do have a balance. I eat healthy, and then there's the on the weekends, if I want to have that slice of pizza or whatever, like it's okay. So yeah, I have a very complicated relationship with it all, but I've never resort to other things, like Melly was talking about, the different kinds of disorders that there is. I've never done anything like that. It's just, I guess, for myself, extreme dieting when I was younger, going to the gym. But now I'm trying to just say, you know what? It's just movement. I need to exercise just for my own health, to feel healthy, like Flaca was saying. It's more. So I'm seeing the bigger picture, but I just feel that like it just was instilled in me from like seeing all these models and all these things, and then it's like it just really, really stayed with me.
All those Victoria's Secret models,
and the trends, right? Because like which they are coming back or are back, like the hip jeans, right? Like the whatever
low rise.
Yeah, some people feel like I'm not gonna wear that. Se me va a salir todo, right? Se me va a ver, like,
I don't like those jeans. Yeah.
Or like,
I like mid-rise
with crop tops, right? When they were, I mean, I guess they're still in, but they were huge for a long time, right? And some people are like, well, I don't want to wear it. Like, why don't they make longer ones? Porque me quiero tapar my belly or whatever. Your insecure sections. Things like that too also like add to it.
Right. Or like wearing the sweater over something, because you feel like uncomfortable or whatever. Yeah, for sure.
As I'm covering myself with my sweater.
That's crazy,
wearing
though.
A baggy sweater.
The thing that you said, que a lo mejor we are experiencing eating disorders, because I wouldn't eat. So that's what, like anorexia, que te aguantabas el hambre.
Yeah, starving.
And starving yourself, and then like, overeating and then you feel terrible. Obviously, I didn't go and throw up, but that's like bulimia.
And
you binge,
the guilt.
and then you...
I do that. I do that too.
So
like,
entonces todas en realidad estamos...
No tengo like...
We don't...
We
don't moderation, you know? Like I'll just be like, oh, chips, and like no puedo parar, or, you know, and it's just like, what are you doing?
But we don't follow through with the... making ourselves throw up and stuff.
I don't throw up.
Yeah, no, same.
Pero sí, tenemos que informarnos.
It's a mental
entonces,
thing. Yeah, it's a definitely
like Maria
mental
said,
illness.
get some help or try to figure out what's the root of that.
Not only educate ourselves, but educate those that are around us that, you know, love us, but unintentionally, you know, say things or do things to us. Like I remember when I was pregnant, you know, my last weigh-in before I gave birth, like 4 hours later, was 138, and I was full term. And my mom, throughout my whole pregnancy, would be like, tienes que comer porque el baby va a salir malito, or like whatever, like you have to eat, like this is the time where you eat anything you want. And I was taking health classes for like young mothers or whatever, and that was completely the opposite what they were saying. You should eat healthy, nutritious, right? Whatever. But if I ate broccoli or something at home, because I like vegetables, my mom would be like, ya estás a dieta. No puedes estar a dieta porque el niño va a salir, you know, whatever. Like not...
deficient.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it was just so hard. So, and the kid is perfectly fine. I promise you.
Oh, I love her.
So it's like...
No, a mí la doctora me dijo, with my first kid, you need to eat more. So then I took that and ran with it. By 9 months, I was humongous.
Oh, because they say like you're eating for two, but really you're
just
eating
one,
additional calories, not two people.
A tiny little baby. So much fun, guys.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to our Adiós Guapo podcast. I hope that you found some information from us. And reminder that in no way we are experts. We're just covering our own personal experiences. If you think you need help, please seek the assistance that you need. And until next time.
Adiós Guapo.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to our Adiós Guapo podcast. I hope that you found some information from us, and we I have no fucking clue what I'm saying.
I was gonna say we're not experts. No.
Yeah. Say,
no, that was good.
It was.
Say, remember, we're not experts.
We're just giving them a
reminder
of what we're going through.
Reminder that in no way we are experts. We're just covering our own personal experiences. If you think you need help, please seek the assistance that you need. And until next time.
Adiós Guapo.
See, that was great.
Oh, guys.
Because we